Infinite Opportunities helps you learn more about the wide range of enriching opportunities at Pennsylvania's 14 state system universities. This week, we focus on student life at universities across the state system. But first, we'll hear from Edinboro University's president, Julie Wollman.
Hello, I'm Frank Brogan, the Chancellor of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. We're going to have the opportunity to speak with one of our university leaders, the president of Edinboro University, Dr. Julie Wollman. Dr. Wollman has a very distinguished career in higher education. She herself acquiring a baccalaureate degree, a master's degree, and a PhD. She's actually a graduate of Harvard and ultimately an additional graduate degree from New York University. So we're delighted to have her. She also has the distinction of being the 17th president of Edinboro University and a special distinction as the first female president of Edinboro University. Yes. So welcome, Dr. Wollman. We are delighted to have you. And if you could start by just telling us a little bit about Edinboro.
Edinboro is located in beautiful northwestern Pennsylvania, right up in the corner of the state. We're about 20 minutes south of Erie and just 2 hours from the major urban centers of Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Buffalo, New York. And so it's a great location. It's beautiful, green, beautiful four seasons, beautiful snow in the winter, and we have about 7,000 students. About 1,300 of them are graduate students, and the others are undergraduates. They come from throughout the state, from across the country, and especially from New York and Ohio, since we're so close to the border. We have outstanding opportunities on our campus for students to study in a variety of areas. We're constantly renewing our programs to make sure we're being responsive to needs and interests. And we also have outstanding extracurricular activities and athletics on our campus. So it's a great place to live and learn. And students on campus are part of our living learning communities where they really integrate their campus life with their academic learning.
Well, I can attest to everything you've just said and absolutely agree with the sheer beauty of not only that part of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but regardless of the seasons, the beauty of Edinboro, your campus and the surrounding areas. It's lovely to visit, and the people there are exceptional. Yeah. Like all of our universities, the 14 who make up the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, each one has a very long and rich history, but each one is working very diligently right now to create a vision for the future of the institution. And I know you are at Edinboro. Can you tell us a little bit, Dr. Wollman, about some of the exciting new programs that you're considering or beginning to put into place for the future of your university?
Absolutely. One of our newest initiatives is the Institute for Forensic Sciences, which brings together all of the forensic-focused programs on our campus, from forensic anthropology, forensic art, to forensic chemistry, criminal justice, and forensic accounting. And we have some distinguished faculty members, a national expert on crime scene investigation and wrongful conviction, Dr. Ted Yeshin, Professor Michelle Vitale, who is in the news frequently as a forensic artist helping to solve crimes. And in our animation program, one of our professors and students last year helped to solve a murder case in Erie that was very, very difficult through animation. And animation is one of our best-known programs. We draw students from across the country, and they get wonderful jobs when they graduate. So we're excited to pull together all of our forensic initiatives into an institute that allows those outstanding faculty to work together and expand the work that they're doing in the area of forensics. We also have some new program tracks in web development and implementation, and in pre-physician assistant, pre-physical therapy, and other pre-medical fields, as well as international business, which is very exciting. It's something many students ask for. And so we have a number of new programs that are underway. Digital history, since the trend towards digital humanities is so important now. So these are all new, innovative programs that we've developed to meet the need in the region and prepare students for graduate school and great jobs when they get out.
Well, I've been very, very impressed with the attention that Edinboro pays to the region and to the broader community relative to workforce needs,
Yes.
for example. Not only the traditional programming that you do offer with some of those
Right.
new cutting-edge programs coming online, but also the broader issues of workforce development. You've developed something in your area called Perico College, and I wish you'd tell us a little bit about it
Yeah.
because it's terribly exciting.
It is a really exciting initiative. When I arrived at Edinboro over 2.5 years ago, we worked on a strategic plan that first year, and one of the initiatives in that strategic plan was to establish Perico College. We have a beautiful campus in Erie. It's an old farm estate, so it's an absolutely lovely environment. And we have created Perico College there, named after the donor who gave the land to the university, Lou Perico. And it provides associate degrees that are all developed in collaboration with business and industry to meet the workforce needs. So the associate degrees that we're offering at Perico College, students can complete at Perico College. It's on the bus line, so it's convenient. It's an urban campus, but it has the feel of a farm. And they are designed to prepare students for jobs that are waiting for them. So we have a program with Penelec First Energy to prepare linemen and give them the associate degree. We have programs with General Electric, which is a big company in our area. We have programs with Mill Creek Health Systems and St. Vincent Hospital to prepare certified nurse assistants. That's starting up this spring. And so each of those programs is really developed with our board, which consists of community members, business owners, community leaders, secondary school leaders that help us think about what is needed in this region. How can we meet that need? We don't have a community college in our region. We call Perico College the community's college because it really is focused on what is best for the community and raising the degree attainment rate in Erie, which is very low compared to the degree attainment rate statewide. So we're trying to combat poverty in the region by providing affordable associate degrees. The Perico Promise provides every student with a grant of $3,000 towards their tuition, and with the tuition not including some of the fees that we have on our main campus, the cost is the same as or less than other community colleges in the state.
I'm so very impressed with the way you've thrown a wide net on the issue of higher education in your entire region and in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Perico College, I think, is a marvelous addition to that complement. We look at the demographic of Pennsylvania, and of course we all feel the fact that the demographic of the pre-K through 12 population is at least temporarily down in terms of number. So many of our universities have found capacity of late because of that declining enrollment, which comes as a result of the demographic. But rather than sit idly by, I'm really quite taken with how so many of our universities have found creative ways to utilize that capacity by finding new recruitment methodologies. Because of your location and your proximity, you've captured the market in that regard. Can you tell us some of the strategies that you're using to recruit new students?
I would love to. So we're being very strategic about where we recruit and about the use of our scholarship dollars so that we can attract strong students and give them an opportunity at higher education. We have a special tuition pilot for out-of-state students. And so we're able to charge the in-state tuition plus a 5% out-of-state surcharge, so it's nearly the same as in-state. It has been very, very successful in attracting students from out-of-state, particularly Ohio and New York, which are nearby. And we have more than doubled the number of deposits. Students who have committed to attending Edinboro University for next fall are more than doubled over last year, which already was an increase from previous years. So that's working very successfully to bring students from other states who want to come for our outstanding programs, which are nationally known and have received all sorts of accolades, which are available on our website, the awards and recognition for our programs, but they want to do it at an affordable price, and it makes Edinboro a great value for out-of-state students. We also found with our new recruitment initiatives that we had more new students, freshmen, entering this past fall than we had in the past. And again, we have more students who have committed to Edinboro for fall of 2015 than we had last year. So while the demographics show a decline in graduating students from high school, we find that with our strategic approach to this, we actually have seen an upturn in our enrollment, and we think that we've really turned a corner and are looking at a positive future.
I'm very taken with that uptick because I think it symbolizes the hard work that Edinboro always does and the reputation that it's gleaned. But even with that demographic shift, the fact that there are other students who, once they find out about Edinboro, want to come there and be a part of it, and I think that's why your recruitment is beginning to bear such outstanding fruit. In the very little time we have remaining, and we could talk about Edinboro for so long, it's such a wonderful institution. The heart and soul of every institution, of course, is the faculty. Absolutely. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the faculty at Edinboro University.
One of the things that drew me to Edinboro University when I interviewed on campus for 3 days was the commitment of the faculty to students. Our faculty are truly scholar professors. They are immersed in their field. They're doing nationally recognized work. Our English professor, Donald Sheehy, on the cover of the New York Times Book Review for his book on the letters of Robert Frost. Our personal finance professor, Sean Pfeiffer, who's quoted regularly in the Wall Street Journal and Kiplinger's. Science professors who are doing research with colleagues in other countries that is really cutting edge and making a difference in our understanding. But they're committed to teaching. So you will see these professors in classrooms working with students and engaging our students in undergraduate research with them. So our students are getting the benefit of expertise from our faculty who are at Edinboro because although they're scholars, they want to teach. Their first focus is on student success, and who want to engage students and share the passion that they have for their research and for their discipline. And so our undergraduate students are doing some wonderful undergraduate research projects, and in fact, a piece of our strategic plan is that every student at Edinboro will be engaged in at least one high-impact practice, either undergraduate research or an internship or something that helps to make that education transformational and encourages them to go on to learn even more in their lives.
Well, I think the vision for Edinboro is not only bright, but gets to be more exciting every day. And Dr. Julie Wollman, thank you so much again for taking some of your very important time to share with the people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania not only something of the rich history of Edinboro, but its very important future for the citizens of this state. And thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
Coming up next, explore more opportunities offered at the universities in Pennsylvania's state system of higher education.
Choose Kutztown University.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we go to Edinboro University to learn more about the Office for Students with Disabilities.
The reason I chose Edinboro was, first and foremost, was wheelchair basketball. Our coach was the previous coach for Team USA, and he was great at developing new players, so I wanted to come and play with him. Right after that was we had one of the top programs for students with disability in the country.
I have a learning disability, so I chose Edinboro because they can work to fit my needs.
What sets Edinboro University apart from other universities when it comes to providing services for students with disabilities, in part is due to our 40-year history. Edinboro University began its commitment to working with students with disabilities in 1974. And so at that time, Pennsylvania named Edinboro as a campus to be accessible to all students.
There really isn't anything that our Office for Students with Disabilities can't help with.
We do everything that we can to assist students in gaining full access to their education, both in the classroom and through participation in extracurricular activities.
I'm very involved outside of academics. I'm currently the president of my service fraternity.
I'm in Alpha Phi Omega, which is a community service fraternity. I am also the secretary of AIRS, which is Adaptive Intramural Recreational Sports. And what we do is, our mission is to integrate able-bodied students and disabled students into activities to do together.
At Edinboro, the campus culture is committed to providing fair and equal access to all individuals who seek higher education.
Where I grew up, it was never emphasized.
I never had able-bodied kids and wheelie kids interact with one another so openly. Here it gives them the opportunity to just be like everyone else.
The Office for Students with Disabilities at Edinboro offers a testing center, occupational therapy, and a life skills center.
The professors have been open about the accommodations and know about the OSD.
We also offer an on-site residential personal care attendant service for our students, which is supervised by a registered nurse, and we have a team of qualified personal care attendants and nurse aides who assist our students with their activities of daily living.
I probably would not be where I am today without the support and the compassion shown to me.
They're the only one that has a really good personal care program, and that's why I chose Edinboro.
People don't realize how much more expensive it is to manage your care and really live.
If I could thank a donor for the scholarship,
I would just hug them, honestly.
there's really no way that I know to put into words the difference that they've made in my life.
It means a lot for them to be so generous.
Our Office for Students with Disabilities works every day in every way that we can to help students achieve excellence and success.
Edinboro is definitely the kind of campus that'll help you further your goals and kind of gives you that independence so that you'll be able to fully make a difference in the world.
If you decide to go to Edinboro, you won't regret it. As a disabled individual, it's the best years of your life.
Coming up next, explore more opportunities offered at the universities in Pennsylvania's state system of higher education.
I'm a bio major. I'd like to be a physician one day. I think it's really exciting to be able to take what I've learned in class and then apply it right into my research.
I think students always reinvigorate me. They always ask the questions that need to be asked, and often they put the research on the track that it should be on.
I think that's when you are able to learn and fully understand when you actually put it into practice. Bloomsburg University helps me unleash my inner biologist.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we go to Mansfield University to learn more about student living suites.
Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Colby, Associate Vice President of Student Affairs in charge of auxiliary services. The housing project started about 6.5 years ago when we started developing a housing master plan to discuss the feasibility of building replacement student housing here at Mansfield, which are oak and hickory as part of phase 1, and phase 2 would be sycamore and spruce, with spruce being the largest of our buildings, and it also contains Einstein's Brothers Bagel Shop and our new Health and Wellness Center. The replacement residence halls differ significantly from the older facilities in that they are suite style, which have a bathroom in every suite. So instead of having to march down the hall to shower and shave, you now have a bathroom that is shared by 2 students. And that's a significant enhancement in terms of privacy. These new facilities give us the flexibility of having a standard double room to having single room suites, and also some larger community suites which house up to 4 students. Some of the other features that students asked for was carpeting, which we didn't have in the older residence halls, individually controlled heat and cooling systems controlled by the occupants rather than off-site. You know, we worked hard at sound attenuation, making the sound transfer very minimal, and these buildings have some of the highest sound attenuation coefficients of any buildings in the state. So that helps us keep the rooms quiet when students need to have quiet for study, and when they want to get out for some recreation, we have a host of study rooms and community rooms, multi-purpose room, game rooms, kitchens, and an ever important feature, free laundry for students living in the halls. Well, one of the things that's very important to students and their families is how secure are the buildings. We have all entry doors covered by the one-card door access system. Basically, at each entry door, there is a security camera to more or less give students an extra measure of security, and that we have a record of who has entered the building and what takes place as they are coming and going. In front of the buildings, we have the emergency blue lights, so that should there be any problems, a student who's traversing the campus outdoors can simply go to the blue light phone, which immediately is connected to campus police and report a concern or problem. With the design of the new buildings is our flat walkway. We have eliminated a lot of the traversing of the hills and on the mountainside by having a plaza walkway which connects all the way from the end of Hickory Hall to main campus at Mansfield, and allows students with disabilities to have a relatively easy pathway to get to main campus from the far remote areas of the residence halls. Another exciting feature of the new residence halls is we have the Einstein's Bagel Eatery in one of the buildings, and if you've eaten too much of the goodies at Einstein's, the Campus Fitness Center is located literally across the street from the residence halls, which affords residents an easy opportunity to get over and get in a good workout. Student feedback about the new facilities has been exceptionally positive. Many students literally couldn't wait until construction was finished and they got an opportunity to move into these new, more spacious and comfortable, quiet facilities with private bathrooms and a much higher degree of privacy. Students at Mansfield University not only get a great educational experience, but our residence hall and dining communities are keenly designed to be exactly what students are looking for. We have almost redesigned now every dining facility on campus, making it upscale and appropriate to student feedback about what they were interested in having on campus. So we think we have a great combination of living and learning opportunities at Mansfield, which will benefit any student that lives on campus.
Coming up next, explore more opportunities offered at the universities in Pennsylvania's state system of higher education. Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we go to Cheyney University to learn about the My Life, My Label project.
What do you think are some of the stereotypes and biases of African American women?
They're too strong, too independent, being loud and being ghetto.
Some of the issues that we are discussing as a group and as a campus is definitely the biases and the stereotypes against not only women, but specifically African American women.
I decided that My Life, My Label was something I had to be a part of because it It's breaking stereotypes. It's teaching the campus become more aware of the language that we use.
It was really kind of eye-opening to see like it's really that prevalent and that serious that they're still labeled even in the year 2015.
There's a lot of self-esteem issues with women sometimes, especially on college campuses. And the My Life, My Label project, it gives the students the opportunity to be comfortable with who they are.
The grant that we're working with is the Campus Action Grant, and it's designed to bring together groups of students to work on a specific project or topic that will help to improve the status of women in society.
A project like My Life, My Label absolutely is amazing for a freshman. We have a couple of freshman student leaders on our team who talked about that transition that they've made from kind of shy and kind of introvert to now they're leading the campus and they're leading the charge.
To become a student leader, you have to become more involved, I think, like outside of the classroom. You join programs, you get into campaigns like My Life, My Label, and you take action, you take initiative, you move forward.
I think it's very important for people to know that the opportunities that exist at Cheyney University for our students are varied, and there are many.
Opportunities are so immense here, like it's almost like kind of hard not to be in something.
At Cheyney University, we have a dynamic group of students who are engaged across campus, both in the classroom but also out the classroom. And the learning that they have in the classroom from faculty members absolutely transitions and translates to what they do outside of the classroom.
When things go on campus, everyone knows about it. So we have more campus support. Whereas if it was a bigger campus, it would be a lot harder to get the word out.
When we have these projects going on campus, it's easier for us to, say, hey, there's a project going on, why don't you come out to this event? Because, you never know who it could affect.
A specific project like My Life, My Label gives them the opportunity to be creative, to learn about leadership development, working in a team, working with different people from different perspectives, but also understanding that everybody has the same goal, everybody wants to be successful.
There's a world that we have to deal with, we can deal with it together, and we should deal with it together. So I feel like men and women should come together here on campus and just outside campus too. Like once you leave Cheyney, take what you learned here at Cheyney and send it back to your community, your high school, be a student leader outside of Cheyney.
Come back next week to learn more of the infinite opportunities at the state system's 14 universities, or visit us online.